Hi guys and welcome to my review of My Hero Academia. Boku no Hero Academia chapter 137. As I was about to say Haikyuu, but I just did that one. Boku no Hero Academia. Okay, let's start off with Night Eye is such a weird character and the weirdest fanboy, like, okay. That's, okay. We're gonna accept that and just keep walking. But no, I like this chapter. It was a little slow, like, it wasn't, like, as emotional and as good as the last one, I think, but again, the last one just had me crying, so I did not have, like, the same kind of expectations for this one, but it was a good, like, transitional chapter and, like, getting us into the mission, because it's really just all about Deku's feelings, like the things leading up to the mission, them finally having figured out where Eri is, and Uraraka, Tsuyu, and Kirishima just being on board with the mission, and just, yeah, all those nice little things that of course needed to be, it needs to happen for it to, like, naturally go into the next section. I think my favorite part of the chapter was definitely the little scene we had with Deku eating in the cafeteria, and Ida and Todoroki and whoever else was there. I'm actually just gonna check that. But that scene there where they were talking and Ida points out that Midoriya has been seeming a little down lately ever since the internship started. And he repeats the word that Deku told him back in the day. But it's just those three, and then Mineta and Shochi, is that his name? And then I can't distinguish the next person. That may not be a person, that might just be a cucumber, who knows. But yeah, I like that scene a lot. I liked it mostly because of Todoroki. If you watch my anime reviews, I talked about in the last episode about Todoroki and his, like, weird, awkward social skills, like the social skills that he pretty much doesn't have. And I like that he was the one to point out that Deku had been looking down. Because he's improving. So yeah, I like this chapter mostly for Todoroki, which is, like, not at first, but it's a rare thing that I'll say, yes, this chapter is really good because Todoroki. Because again, I don't really hate him, but usually it's like, yes, I love this chapter because Kachan was there. But yeah, Kachan had, like, a one-panel appearance and was mostly for the gags and to get the point across that they can't tell anybody about their mission, so I can actually ignore Kachan for this one. So yeah, I really like that scene, and we haven't seen Ida for a while either, so it's really great to see him being a really good friend to Deku and tell him that if you have something, like, that's burdening you, just tell us. That's what friends are for. And Todoroki also, like, being really weirdly helpful with saying, oh, you can eat half of my soba if you want that, and stuff like that. It's really, I like this this little interaction. I thought it was really great to see, because, again, I think I just said that Ida hasn't been here for some time, and it's been a while since we've seen, like, him and Deku bond, like they did in the beginning of the series, and again with Todoroki, because Todoroki's, like, he's trying to come out of his shell, but he's still kind of like a loner. It's not really good at communicating with others, so him extending his help in the way that he knows best, like sharing food and just telling Deku that he's seen that he's not feeling too well, and then kind of leaving the rest of the speaking to Ida. I think that's really good. Because Todoroki and Deku had a rocky start, but they've definitely grown closer over the course of the series, so it's really nice to see that bond still being a thing when they're not in the face of danger, because the last time that they were, like, in total agreement about doing something, it was when Boku had been kidnapped, and they were all like, yes, we need to save him. Of course Todoroki had, like, other plans as well, with that, like, keeping him and Kirishima out of trouble. But yeah, I think that it's great to see that Todoroki can be there for Deku when it's not, like, something, like, for all they know, Deku's just having a bad day. Or a bad week. So I think that's really, really nice to see that. And I'm really interested in seeing more of, I said this before, seeing more of this group dynamic we have going on with Kirishima, Uraraka, Tsuyu, and Deku. because I really want to see those four interact more. And yeah, I really liked how they interacted, so like kind of professional with Aizawa and yet still not like kind of having to remind themselves to call him Eraserhead, and then talking a little bit about him or about their role in the mission, because they're still first year interns, so of course they won't have like the biggest of roles. And he's still taking on that kind of like teacher persona when he's like, I don't want you to be here if you don't actually want to be here. But of course he's taught them well, so of course they want to be there. They want to be great heroes. I also really liked the line from Todoroki about heroes, like, they can cry, it's okay for heroes to cry sometimes. Cause yeah, I think that's really, I just really like Todoroki in this chapter is what I'm trying to say. I think it's been a while since I've like had a chapter with Todoroki where he just like really struck my heart. Cause sometimes I forget how precious of a child he is. Like, I do really like him, but this chapter just like, it really, really got to me just how sweet and nice he is. Even if he is like really weird and has issues and stuff like that, because that's not his fault. So yeah, I enjoyed this chapter a lot for him, just for that cafeteria scene. I'm just going through the chapter quickly to see if I missed anything. Yeah, I remember. Cause the last page, let me just find it here so that I don't fuck anything up. The very last page, we have a big scene of the heroes, or the interns, Aizawa and what's his name, Fat Gun? Yeah. And my immediate thought was that one of these people is gonna lose their quirk. It's not gonna be Deku. I do not believe that it'll be someone from class 1A. And I don't think that it'll be Sun Eater. So did I say that? But I don't think it'll be Sun Eater because he already had his quirk erased once. For the sake of the story and because I love him, I hope it won't be Aizawa. And basically, I think it'll be Mirio. I think that'd be such a tragic turn for his character if he'd worked so hard to control his quirk and to make it the best that it could ever be, and for him to have so much praise. Like, even Aizawa said in this chapter that the big three are like at the level of the pro heroes, or maybe even exceed the level of the pro heroes. We already have had Sun Eater had his quirk taken away temporarily, and with all the focus that it has been on Mirio, we all expect for something to either be revealed about him, or for something to happen to him, or for him to do something, like something that will break that perfect persona of his, more than it has already been broken. Like, he's made one mistake and that's it, right? And unlike with Deku, who we've been following for all this time, it's not really enough to just show that for Mirio. We need more of him for him to feel real, or for his story or his character to just like feel more in tune with the slightly tragic universe that Boku no Hero Academia is. Because Boku no Hero Academia is by no means a fully happy story. There are so many tragedies left and right, and it deals so much with characters and what breaks them and makes them. And for Mirio, he's just, there's something missing in his story. Obviously, we just met him. So I think that it'd be really, like, it'd be such a great turn of events if he lost his quirk permanently. Especially because of all the hype surrounding him and his dreams and all that shit. And it just, it would be such a big win for the villains if someone like Mirio had his quirk taken away. And they might not understand how big of a win that might be, but it's like a solid, it'd be a, like, yeah, it'd be a heavy hit on the hero side to have someone with as much potential and as kind of a soul as Mirio. Like, he's literally what some people are expecting to be the next All Might, and then for him to have his quirk taken away by the heroes who also did All Might in. Not the heroes, the villains who did All Might in. Did I say heroes? I hope I said villains. Either way, I corrected myself. It'd be such a tragedy, and I don't believe that we're done with tragedies in Boku no Hero Academia. I do not believe that. because while I do believe that they'll save Eri to some extent, I don't think that they'll fail their mission. I think they'll lose something along the way, and Mirio's quirk and Mirio as a hero might be one of those things they'll lose along the way. We might see other people lose their quirks, but just because we had emphasis on this group of people, the interns, Aizawa, and Fat Gun, or whatever his name is, I just immediately thought, yes, one of these people are definitely about to lose their quirk. So it's just like, I think it'll be Mirio. It could potentially be Aizawa. I don't think it will be. I think Aizawa will die at some point, but I don't think that'll be until Deku is in his 2nd or 3rd year. And hopefully I'm wrong, because I would love for Aizawa to live forever, but that won't happen. I think they'll lose a teacher every year, and hopefully we'll see All Might's death by the end of their 1st year. And then we'll see about the 2nd and 3rd year. I think Aizawa will definitely go. It'll make sense if he goes like right at their graduation as their like 3rd years. I think that'd be really poetic in some way if Aizawa died there. Especially if he died protecting them or something. Like doing his one last duty as their teacher. But I'm getting into some serious theory right now, so yeah. I just basically what I want to talk about is that I think Mirio will lose his quirk based on the last panel and just his character in general. But that is all that I have to say for now, so if you like anything that I have to say, you can leave a thumbs up on the video, leave in the comments below what you thought of the chapter and what you think of my little ideas and stuff like that, and you can subscribe if you want to see more, and until next time, bye!